pivot the back heel down, place the left forearm to the thigh, right hand to the hip. Right groin back, scoop the tail, and now just kind of turn the chest enough, and you'll see as you twist the chest open, for whatever reason, the left shoulder punches forward. So don't try to retract, like don't try to bring the shoulder blade to the spine. Yes, there will be a certain element of retracting the upper border here, but just bring the head of the shoulder back. So it's more like the top wingtip here will come into the spine, but actually you're still trying to push through the elbow. So protract the bottom wingtip while the top of the arm bone goes back, push down through the elbow, and the bottom wingtip will come around. And this will create a little bit of that downward tilt. Come to chaturanga on knees. So you're gonna make plank on knees first and push through the heel of the hand, get your shoulder blades wrapping around the body into full protraction. Turn the biceps forward so you have external rotation. Those two things will help. And now depress the scapula. That will also help to stop you from overly upward tilting. Okay, now lean forward. You might have to move your knees forward. As you bend your elbows, don't sink into retraction, just slowly pause. So I'm in midpoint between protraction and retraction. Now make sure the head of the arm bone isn't punching forward this way, but if you keep the shoulder blades pulling down your back, it should keep you in downward tilt, okay? And then come back up. The way I suggest you start learning how to do a jump back is with bent knees. And then from this point, you rotate the arms externally. So biceps face forward. You can even put your knees down. So you can go external rotation, top of the arm bone back. So instead of like this, then protract by pushing through the heel of the hand. Lift knees up. As you send your legs back, lean forward with a micro bend in the elbows. With your knees down, toes on the blanket or socks, hands wide, you can intentionally move your shoulders into upward tilt so you feel it. Then move the head of the arm bone back. Rotate the arm bones externally. Then push through the heel of the hand so your upper shoulder or your bottom shoulder blades protract more. All we do is lean forward this direction while we send our legs back. Forward, send the legs back, micro bend the elbows. Top of the arm bone, back. Okay? And that's how you learn how to jump back into chaturanga. So I won't be going too in depth in this pose, but I do want to give you the opportunity to explore basically chaturanga with your knees on one arm. Okay, so the way that you could set it up, we can do knees together today. Some of you have done it with me with legs apart. That might be more accessible. But the main thing is that this far elbow is not resting, or nothing's resting on the elbow. So all you do is you take your hands off to the sides, bend your knees, and bring your hands to the ground like this. Now the major thing is my right hand is far out to the right. It's not close in. It's further out than I can really reach, right? And then as I stick my bum to the sky, I lean over into that hand. Here's where you want to dial the elbows in, or try to dial the hands out, in other words, and then snake your chest through a little bit, like pull your chest through and push through the heel of the hand. Same actions. Now, you got to lean your body weight into your fingers in order for the feet to come off the ground, okay? The body weight has to be in the fingers. But I'm still pushing through the heel of my hand, not because the heel of the hand is where I want the weight, but that's what gets the bottom wingtip to come around. So I do want the weight in the front of my hand. I do want to engage the fingers. I do want to push into flexion of the wrist, those of you who have done the arm balance immersion. But from the scapula, I want to be thinking trajectory through the heel of the hand and then through the wrist, okay? And that's what's going to give you that lock of energy in the shoulder blade and the shoulder girdle.